Hello. Have you ever been homeless? I'm Natalie Gerald. I'm a graduated professional, a mother, a passionate, lively woman, and at the age of 49, I almost went homeless, and I kind of volunteered for it. A few years ago, I got divorced. My income dropped. So I learned to save money and resorted to my creativity to find ways to make extra money. When my daughter went abroad for a few months to learn Italian, I decided to take this opportunity to sublet my 90 square meters flat and go in a smaller place in order to save money on my rent. I crafted a plan. I felt proud. I was a courageous, creative, and intelligent woman. And I started to put my plan into practice. Make room in my cupboards for the new people. That was easy because I'm a specialist of decluttering. Find a tenant, sign the contract, find a place for me. Only some kind of a gap started to emerge between my plan and the reality. I could not find one subtenant. Instead, I had to deal with 3 different families who lived at my place, one after the other, over the 4 months I went away. So 3 times more paperwork, 3 times more damaged, and 3 times more stress for me. At that stage, I felt a bit annoyed that things were not as straightforward as I had thought. But my plan went further down the toilets. As for a long while nobody contacted me for renting my flat, I got a bit lazy in searching for a place for me. And then everything happened at once, and I had to leave my place within 4 days. So, stress, hurry, doing it all on top of my work as an employee, and almost no time to look for a place for me. I will remember all my life this Saturday evening, some 12 hours before I had to give my keys to the new families. I didn't know where I was going to bring my belongings on the next day. I didn't know where I was going to sleep on the next evening. I was exhausted. I was stressed, and I felt insecure at a level I had never experienced before in my life, for not knowing if I'll have a roof over my head on the next day. Eventually, I found a solution for the next few days, but only for the next few days. The uncertainty carried out during several weeks because I could not find any temporary accommodation for more than a few days. So eventually, over 30 days, I live in 7 different places. At one stage, I felt again I was a smart, clever woman because I had found a complimentary accommodation for 2 weeks in a row doing pet sitting. But Corona came into play, and the woman whose cats I was looking after had to come back 1 day after handing her place over to me. I sensed a feeling of despair growing inside of me. I beaten myself up for making choices that only led to more complexity in my days instead of making my life more beautiful. Well, eventually things calmed down. I found a room in a shared flat, and I stayed there for the next 3 months. And today I'm back into my flat. Here, I feel at home, and my bank account is a bit richer than before. But what a life experience. When I embarked on that journey, I sensed it was going to be a human experience, but I would never have guessed on which extent. Of course, I should have started earlier to look for a flat for me and not procrastinate so long. But actually, that's my inner critic talking. My positive inner voice told me I should trust the process and save the little amount of energy I had for the tasks that were indispensable at that moment. And indeed, I learned to trust myself, to trust others, and to trust life. Should I have done things differently? Probably. Instead of looking for a shared flat and human connections at all costs, I could have taken a small studio just on my own from the start. And anyway, my flatmate spent so much time in her own bedroom that I almost had no contact with her. This adventure was also a special opportunity for me to overcome my pride and practice asking for help and accepting help when it was offered to me. I learned to receive gratefully and to say yes. And above all, I learned a great life lesson for myself. I am able to be flexible. I am able to let go. I can connect to the treasures that are hidden inside of me. I know it now from my guts. And from now on, I can relate deeper than ever to my favorite quote. Whatever life hands me, I'll handle it. I will learn from it. I will grow from it. I'll make it a triumph. Thank you.